It's time. It's time we talk about this. It's time we talk about understanding how do we begin. And it's time that we prepare ourselves for the final battle. Yes, it's time for the prelims. And here I am to present a strategy for prelims to you today. I am Vani Mehra and I welcome you all to Vanicademy today. Thank you so much for joining, and let's look forward to the 10 most important steps, or you can say 10 segregated important steps which you should follow before you prepare yourself for your battle for the prelims. It's important to keep your list of sources very clear and also with you. The first source that I would like to tell you while you are covering your revision strategy or you're properly preparing it is your NCRTs. It's important that the NCRTs that you've read, you bring them forward, not the ones that you're going to read now, because that's not the time to do it. Secondly, it's important to keep your standard books very clear with you. I would prefer you to take care of your Lakshmikant, your Shankar IAS, Spectrum, and GC Leong. Current affair notes, compilations, extremely important. Websites or online material, PDFs, videos, blogs, articles, etc., whichever you have referred while you were preparing all of these subjects, while you were preparing polity, history, geography, economics, environment and ecology, current affairs, get all of them straight to your table and just segregate every single source according to the subject. Divide them and be very careful that while you are bringing forward all the sources that you are going to use for your revision, you exactly know what you're going to revise. Most of the times we start revising what my ex or y friend has told me or what some other institute is referring to or a YouTube video for that matter. Don't do that. Follow whatever you have followed throughout your preparation during your revision strategy. That's all. Goals, very important. How do you note it down? How do you understand what you're going to do for the next few months? The next few months are going to be very important and crucial for you. How do you compartmentalize them? Note down. Note down everything. Get a notepad for yourself. Make digital notes, or you can make it on a paper and a pen. Start noting down everything that you want to achieve in the first few months, or let's say the next few months. It's important that you note down your larger goals. You need to compartmentalize what is that I want to achieve in the next few months or the next 3 months, let's say, and how do I want to do it. Cut short them into steps. You cannot climb a mountain just in one day. It's important you cut short the entire process. Cut short that into smaller steps. And that's not only important. When you are cutting short that into smaller steps, and it's very important that you know that can you walk those steps or not. Don't make goals which are very unrealistic, which are difficult to achieve, and yet you don't know how to work on that. Next most important thing is prepare subject wise and day wise achievable targets. What do I mean by the term achievable targets? Let's say I imagine that I will be able to walk 10 kilometers today, and today is the first day of my workout. I won't be able to do it because I'm not very used to do it, or I might do it for day one. But when I go to day two, it will be very difficult for me to walk even 3 kilometers because my body will be tired, I will be exhausted, I will be having cramps in my body. Probably the procedure would become difficult. So, achievable targets that you can work on and walk in a direction. Walk straight towards what you want to achieve. It will make you do the task more effectively, and at the same time, you will be able to achieve it. It's going to be more, you can say, um, the idea is not going to be just doing something out of the box, but doing something that you can manage within your box. That's the idea. Practice makes a man perfect. Just not said like that, has meaning to it. If you're preparing, it's important to test yourself. So, number three, Bring up the mocks. Practice the previous year questions. If you're preparing for a certain exam, prepare according to the pattern of that exam, not according to a particular test series of any coaching, any online resource, or anything. Practice the previous year questions. That's the key. Test series. Choose a test series that is close to the UPSC pattern. And beat the heat by utilizing time in understanding the fault. Whose fault? The fault in your stars? No. The fault in your practice, the fault in the questions that you've done wrong, the errors that you made, or probably the options that you chose wrong. Why did you do it? Why did you land up to that answer? Why did you choose option B, not option A? Why did you choose option D, not option C? Why did you choose 1, 2, and 3 and not 1, 2, 3, and 4? Why it was only 1 and not only 2? Why it is both 1 and 2 and not only 2? Why it is neither 1 and not 2, but not all of the above? Compress and then stress on those topics, those issues that you can work out on. Moving on to step number 4. Plan, prepare, and process. It's extremely important to plan what you need to do. Prepare yourself every day. It's not one day effort. Every day you need to get up, wake up, and move one step closer to your goal. You need to do effort every single day. There is nothing, no idea in the world that is called as that you can do everything just within little time or no time, or it's just achievable. It's all bullshit that is being sold in the market. For example, 3 months strategy, 25 days, 15 days to prelims, 30 days to prelims. All of that is very, very unrealistic. It's superstitious. If you're not doing hard work and if you're not putting in your skill, your effort to it, along with the major part comprising all of that is the smart work, you are not sitting at the edge. You are not going to achieve it. It's unachievable. Plan, prepare, and process. Process every day. Many times it's seen that once you watch a motivational video, once you're reading a book, once you're going through certain practicing of your mock papers, you switch on to Netflix after that. Or, you would start watching a web series or go back to your social media accounts and start, scrolling everything. You need to process that information in your brain. Your brain needs to absorb everything. If you don't let that space be there, within the time that you've learned something, you prepared something, and your brain has absorbed it, you can't actually process it. It's similar to digestion of food. If you're eating something and after eating immediately, you go to bed, you'll start feeling, you'll have acidity, and then you'll have different kind of uh, problems, bloated stomach, and in the morning you will wake up to a very heavy stomach as well. That doesn't make any sense. You digest your food. Why don't you digest your knowledge? By process, I mean process everything. Take time to process everything into your mind. Remember, rephrase it into your mind. Keep memorizing those thoughts after you've read it. After studying for, let's say, 3 hours, at least give half an hour or 1 hour to yourself to process it. Go for a walk, go for a jog, listen to simple music, or for that matter, sit for yourself. That will help you. That will help you for the longest time. The fifth important step that I feel is having a monk mindset. Do I mean leave the world and just go out and be a monk? No, I don't mean that. Whatever is happening in your present moment, you can give it your full attention. Be in the moment. Being in the moment means that whatever you do, put all your senses into it and do it completely. When you are putting your attention to something, it grows. Be it a thought, be it a plant, or be it an action. Anything. Train your mind. Don't let your thoughts drive your life. Don't let your fears drive your life. Don't let your inhibitions drive your life. Don't let the freelancers drive your life. What do I mean about the freelancers are the people who are here and there in your life to just trouble you, or let's say pinpoint to your mistakes, or make you feel conscious and guilty about you are doing something right or wrong. There is no definition of right and wrong in the world. You can define your own life. If a successful person does a particular kind of crime, then the society expects him to be, little conscious about his actions because he's successful. And they would start questioning his morality and values and ethics. But when someone who's vulnerable into the society does a crime, then we bring everything towards the social action. We bring everything towards the behavior. We also talk about the deviancy in behavior. These are sociological terms that I'm talking about. So, when there is poverty, when there is unemployment, that leads to crime, the increase in the rate of crime. So, crime's definition changes with the class distribution into the society. Similarly, people's definition towards you changes with your success rate in the society. If you're doing something meaningful and you're walking a path, you have chosen your life, you have made your decisions, you're not dependent on anyone, you're paying your own bills, and most importantly, you are choosing what you want to be in your life, you're taking those necessary steps. You might encounter experiences, people, friends, backstabbers, for that matter, people who are back bitching about you. It's okay. Don't pay heed and attention to them. They're jobless. They have just one job to do, that's freelancing. So don't occupy your mind with such thoughts. Train your mind. Detach by being close to everything. You are a part of the social segment, but you're not attached to it. You're a part of, some close family knit functions. You're not attached to it. Be a part of everything, but don't get attached to it. Detach by being close to everything. Practice a very healthy morning routine. Mindful brushing, mindful thinking, self talk, and create a positive competitive space. Let everybody compete. Let it be an open space. Don't think that I have to win this, or don't think that I have to do better. Do it better for yourself. Don't think that an X or a Y friend would clear this exam, or X and a Y friend is at such a position, or certain, ABC person has got this in their life, or they will get this in their life. Don't occupy your mind with that. Positive competitive space. Let everybody compete. You compete with yourself. I'm summarizing the 5 most important steps here that I have just talked about today. The first one being the list of sources for revision. Second, getting along your notepad, bringing up the mocks, the PPP model, and the Morph Mindset. These are the most academic steps that I told you today. I think you can all find them, you know them, you are aware about them. But there are 5 more steps. I talked about the 10 steps in the beginning of the video. There are 5 more steps that are required in order to achieve these 5 steps. In fact, everything. And I assure you success in the end after that. The next video will be out in the next 3 days. Until then, I would love all of you to share this video with as many people as you want. You can find us on our Facebook page of Vanicademy. You can find us on our Telegram page of Vanicademy and Instagram as well. We are on Clubhouse as well for audio-based discussions. We are trying to be omnipresent wherever our help and aid can be provided, and trying to create a huge impact into the society with the help of the voice that we are bringing forward through Vanicademy on different issues, perspectives, test preparation, etc. Let this video be the most shared video so that we can get you the next video as soon as possible. You can also watch out the NCRT history series in the playlist of Vanicademy on YouTube. And we have a lot of other series going on. For example, we've recently started the International Relations series. We have personal mentorship batches for gender studies going on Vanicademy. And we have also started the sociology optional batch. To reach out to us to know more information, you can email us, and all the description is given below the video. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe to our channel. This is me, Vani Mehra, signing off. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm highly obliged to be a part of this series of prelims revision strategy.